all! So I'll say again, just recording a little bit more. So we can talk about a few more things. Why the fuck do I have the light on, man? It's fucking bright outside. Why do... and it becomes dark. Then it becomes Asmongold's bat cave. And it's all tangled up again. Motherfucking cord. Like, this cord is really fucking bad, you know, like... Sometimes, like, you need to, like, stretch out cords really, really well for it not to, like, tangle up and stuff that, you know, like, you know... Damn. This cord pretty long, bro. Pretty long, mate. Mate, oh mate. You even done the sun well, bro? You done the sun well, bro? You even done the sun well, bro? Mate. No, lost. Wrath. And then I look already, I'm using, of course, flux and stuff that, you know, because it makes you more tired, you know, makes it easier to sleep. But I slept actually pretty well yesterday, even though I went to bed at crazy hours. But I mean, my body has literally gotten used to it, like, during the winter, before the New Year and stuff that, and even after the New Year, when I tried to, like, when I was really, really sick, and I felt, like, super mega depressed, because I literally had several days in a row when I didn't game. I didn't know, like, gaming. I used to sit in front of the PC. I would, like, fall asleep in the chair and stuff that, because I couldn't sleep at all, you know, because I went to bed, like, early and stuff that. And it was like I kept waking up, like, several times during 1 hour. Like, I would literally sometimes wake up, like, I would go to sleep, and then I would wake up 4 times before even an hour had passed. And then that would happen every hour, literally, and I would, like, sleep 10 hours, sure, but I would wake up, like, 4 times each of those hours. So, like, no sleep at all, you know, hardly, you know, and it was really bad, and that kept going on for, like, about a week or whatever, you know, with sleeping that badly. It was more than a week, it was almost 2 weeks. And then I just couldn't deal with it anymore, and I decided to, like, yeah, I'm just gonna try and go to bed really, really late. And then that night when I went to bed, like, really, really late, like early in the morning, then, like, I literally slept for, like, 10 hours straight without waking up a single time. And then I used to wake up when I needed to wake up, and then it felt great, you know. And now it's a bit, like, worse. Now it's normally that I sleep, like, sometimes it's 3 hours before I wake up, sometimes it's 5 hours before I wake up, but then I usually sleep, like, you know, now I sleep between, like, 8 and 10 hours, but, you know, like, waking up after sleeping 5 hours just to go on piss, it's not that bad, and then I usually sleep until, like, normally I only wake up now about 2 or 3 times, like, during the night, and so, or during the night, during the day when I sleep. And actually yesterday I tried a new strat to actually leave the computer on when I went to bed. Like, I leave it so it only goes into screensaver mode. I don't have the computer shut off, and that's just because otherwise it gets too cold in this room. Like, it gets super cold when you don't have any electronics on, and it's really, really fucking bad. Like, when it's, like, when you wake up and then it's 21 degrees in your room. And some people, that's fine for, because they say somewhere, oh, it's recommended you have 18 to 19 degrees in your room when you sleep. Yeah, I call bullshit on that. Maybe I have that kind of, you know, but thinking that maybe I have a very, very rare disease. There is like a rare disease that makes you very, very susceptible to cold. That literally makes it so that if you're in, like, a cold room, like, you feel physically bad, like, you feel mentally bad, you feel bad, you know. And I feel like I must have that or something like that, because I cannot sleep for shit when it's cold in the room. Like, I sleep really bad, but when it's, like, really, really hot in the room, you know, when you sleep, then I feel like I sleep really, really good. But of course then I get really, really thirsty because of the heat in the room and stuff there. But, you know, that's just weird. I'm thinking about also taking, like, maybe a photo with the webcam, so I can use my new Facebook profile. I had to create a new Facebook profile just because the last one somehow, I don't know, because sometimes it's like that they decide, oh, you cannot log in on your Facebook account because you're probably not a real person. now use your cell phone or smartphone, which you don't have, to identify yourself as being a real human being. Okay, but you can do it with a regular phone. But I just hate how both YouTube and Facebook has that system, how it's oh, everyone owns a smartphone nowadays, and every time they go on the street, they just go and beep beep boop 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 on the phone, and they're like blah 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 blah, and whenever they meet someone, they don't even talk to the person, and they just go blah 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 blah. I'm sitting on the bus, beep 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 boop boop boop. What's going on Facebook? Beep boop 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 boop, and then people get children and stuff that. And then it's it's a popularity contest, so oh yeah, my child looks this good in these clothes, beep boop 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 boop. Oh, this is what I ate this morning, beep boop 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 boop, post boink, beep boop 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 boop, this is what I ate now, beep boop 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 boop. Oh, look at these awesome clothes I got, beep boop 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 boop. And then it's what the fuck, man. People just obsessed with Facebook, and stuff And then you have those people complaining about people, who play World of Warcraft. They're yeah, you're obsessed with World of Warcraft, you play it so much. And then those people are obsessed with Facebook, because if someone spends several hours every day on Facebook just because they have to log in on their mobile phone, and then they think that's you can compare that exactly just if someone spends 8 or 12 hours every day playing World of Warcraft, that's comparable to the same thing. If someone spends the same amount of time doing Facebook, that's just as bad, then you're and it seems nowadays, people just get, some people get children for the wrong reason. Some people seem to get it to try and become famous, try and become more popular among their friends and stuff that, and sometimes it seems to be a contest, and it's just bad, and then some parents aren't even able to raise their children right because they don't give their children enough attention, because anytime their children asking something, they're just spacing out and beep boop 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 because they're stressed out, because they get stressed up having children because they're not good enough at taking care of them, so they go use beep boop 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 onto their Facebook and onto their cell phones and beep boop 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 boop. Oh, I'm gonna fix that, I'm gonna cook your food soon, I'm just gonna beep boop 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 boop, and then it's beep boop 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 boop. That's what a smartphone sounds like. I want a smartphone by the Hing Dong Shaw Company. But oh fuck, am I kidding myself? Yeah, you racist bastard. America first, Sweden second. Yeah. It's gonna be America first. America first. Nuclear weapons first. Blow up all Islam. Yeah, blow up all of the countries. No. Oh no, this video is not gonna be able to be uploaded because I said a bad thing about immigrants and Islam, and that makes it so that everything has to be politically correct. Oh, look at those poor innocent immigrants coming into our countries hey, hello, I'm stupid tennis ace, voice is a stupid retard, posting on MMA Champion, being proud that Canada takes in a lot of immigrants, and immigrants can do nothing wrong, they never commit crime, blah 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 blah, we're totally brainwashed by the system, blah 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 blah. And then in reality it's I'm an immigrant, I'm gonna rape and kill everything, blah 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 blah, because why isn't Islam banned? Because if you support Islam, you support pedophilia and you support necrophilia, because in the Islam, in the holy book, in the Quran itself, it's mentioned that the Prophet Muhammad had sex with little boys, and he also had sex with one of his wives who died. Yeah, he had sex with her when they were about to bury her. Yeah, that sounds like a great religion, right, doesn't it? And then when you see like the same kind of immigrants that believe in Islam and stuff that, and when you see what Israel has to do to stop them when they're like protesting about stuff and stuff that, and you see them using like tanks and like they have like water cannon on the tanks used to stop them from being violent, and then you see here in Sweden, you know, whenever they commit when the immigrants commit crime, it's all like covered up and stuff that. And probably the same thing is going on in Canada, you know, but, you know, like no one cares, you know, and stuff that, because everything has to be political correct, you know, and stuff that, you know, like, so that you're super racist or you're super against the religion, you know, and that's forbidden, you know, because, you know, and, you know, being against Islam is nothing about being anti-religion, it's just that Islam should never have been allowed in the first place, because also in those countries, you know, in a lot of those Afghanistan and stuff that, pedophilia is completely allowed because they have something there. I forgot exactly what it's called. It's called something in Arabic, but it literally is something where they have small boys. They dress them up like girls. They dance, entertain the adults, and then the adults get to have sex with the boys, with the small boys. You know, younger than 10 years old. They have sex with them. You know, they do that. You know. And that's completely fine in those countries. That's completely fine in Afghanistan to have sex with little children. That's allowed, you know, because that's tradition in that country. A country, you know, run by Islam, you know. That sounds like a good idea. Now tell me exactly how Islam would work in other countries, you know. Islam tries to take over. Their whole religion is based upon hostility, you know. They want to take over. They come to Sweden. They try and take over, you know. And you cannot be nice to these people, you know, like when you see what they need to do in Israel to stop them. But here in Sweden, the police can do nothing, because if the police try and do something, then that's labeled as racist because of how the government is controlling Sweden currently. But we're hoping in the election next year, the 2008 election, that Swedish Democrats finally wins, so we can kick out the fucking immigrants, retarded, you know, stuff like that. And then here's the thing, like, I'm not against immigration at all. The good immigration, so to speak. But here's the thing, right? Immigration right now is really bad because the majority of it are Muslims or Islam believers, like the real fanatical ones. And even ones that come in from Africa, Syria and stuff that, or I mean not Syria, but from African countries, those are also Muslims. There are like a lot of African Muslims nowadays, you know, and stuff that, which is also really bad. And the thing is, like, these do the majority of the crime right now in Sweden, you know, and it's really, really, really shitty currently what's like going on. Like these people, like we never, because in Islam it's said like how the people of Islam are literally superior to everyone else. That's how their beliefs are, you know, like they're allowed to literally be above everything else, above every kind of government or anything else. And of course, certain countries just like the way that EU works is. The goal of the EU is literally to take in as much immigration as possible. That's the whole goal of the EU since it was started way, 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 way back. You know, that was the whole plan of the EU from the very, very beginning. Used to take in a lot of immigrants. You know, not care what happens. You know, and some people, you know, feel like, oh, they feel so good-hearted. You know, they feel so nice when they take care of poor immigrants. But you know, the immigrants that actually managed to escape from Afghanistan and those countries. Those are the immigrants with a lot of money, because in order to get out of the country, they need to pay criminals in order to get away from the country. Meanwhile, the poor people, the people that are actually suffering, are still stuck in those countries. But the people with a lot of money, those are the people that escape. And then they come to Sweden, or to Canada, for example, or to Germany, where we give them free shit, we give them free money, free welfare, you know. Yeah, that's working out really, really great, you know. And I never dared, you know, do videos like this on my old channel, you know, but, you know, now when the channel is still small, you know, I'm not gonna really care, you know, if people find this offensive, you know. I'm probably gonna only use one tag on this video and stuff that, you know, just call it the Xenoxis show vlog for 9th of February 2017. And I'm gonna have to stop down. It's almost at 50 minutes now, which is how long we can record. Anyway, I hope you all will enjoy this. I'll be seeing the next time I record. I'll probably take a bit longer break this time, you know. I might be back on, not on Friday, maybe on the weekend, we will see. But anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you all next time.